I don't really know Wagwan for this beef. I don't know why they seem to have so much static against each other, but they keep going back and forth again and again. Weirdly enough, I feel like Clint and Aitch probably have way more beef than Aitch and Central C. I feel like there's a possibility if Aitch and Central C bumped into each other, they could get along, you know? They might be able to kind of squash it. They might be able to kind of let bygones be bygones. Or just say, hey, it's all in the love of the game, it's about the fucking sport of hip-hop, rap, whatever it may be. But I feel like if Aitch and Clint ever bumped into each other, it would turn into that scene where Drake and Chris Brown were in the same club when they were both going out with Rihanna. You know, it would be fucking glasses all over the place. But randomly, Clint decided to jump online and go at Aitch. Now, I'm assuming this is not random, you know, using, you know, common sense. Most likely something's happened behind the scenes that we're not privy to, which is why this tweet kind of came about. But Clint said the following on his Twitter: truly humbled that God has allowed me truly humbled that God has allowed my existence to be used as a tool for Aitch to sustain his career in this recession. 7 million streams in 2 months. That's 30K. I'm happy to know I fed him and his manager's family. That's what this is all about. So he's kind of he's kind of sending for Aitch. He's kind of being a bit cheeky there. But again, I'm assuming this is definitely about something that's happened behind the scenes that we're not privy to. It's just funny to see a streetwear designer who I guess maybe moonlights as a producer and an A&R and whatever, could he essentially, you know, according to those YouTube videos I watched, like from that Fessy channel, allegedly Clint has been involved in the writing process of a lot of Central C stuff before in the past, like albums and tracks and stuff and whatever else it may be, just like I guess as a consultant, whatever it may be. And some people are suggesting, I think Aitch suggested, that he might have wrote some of Central C's bars. So this is an ongoing thing. But it's just funny optics wise to see a streetwear designer beefing with a rapper. Only in the UK could it happen. Only in the UK could you have a prominent streetwear designer, maybe the #1 UK streetwear designer, maybe the #1 European designer, beefing with a very well-known and I think pretty decent rapper here in the UK in Aitch. Really, really funny back and forth they're having. And then, of course, Aitch decided to clap back at Central C on his Instagram story. He decided to unearth some very dicey tweets from Clint from back in the day. Now, to be fair to Clint from Cortez, this is when Twitter was the wild, wild west. You could get away with a lot more crazy shit. I feel like it's gone back to it now with under the stewardship of Elon Musk. But Twitter back in the day was a bit of a crazy place. So Clint decided to go on his Twitter and search a few derogatory terms on there. And he pulled up a bunch like this one, you know, that's a bit mad on the screen. I'm not going to read it, but if you've seen it, you've seen it. There's another one too that says, do all girls in Essex get, you know, eyes whenever they smile? Another one from 2023 says, this Chinese man won't stop fidgeting. Step on my crepe and I'll send you to go make another one. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but that's actually quite funny. Another tweet from Clint this is not from Clint. This is a caption, I guess, from Aitch, where he basically replies in the comments of the Shade Bar and says, it's nice to know he thinks about me in the middle of the night, cute ass guy. So who knows what's going on? Who knows what's going on? Why they've got an issue, why they've got so much static against each other. But it's just funny to see a prominent streetwear designer beefing with a rapper. May it long continue. May it long continue.